I mean that if you want to be well with Masha Myrnov, you need only make her a present of a pair of earrings instead of your languishing verses. My blood boiled. Why have you such an opinion of her? I asked him, restraining with difficulty my indignation. Because, replied he, with a satanic smile, because I know by experience her views and habits. You lie, you rascal! I shouted at him, in fury. You are a shameless liar. Fabrine's face changed. This I cannot overlook, he said, you shall give me satisfaction. Certainly, whenever you like, replied I, joyfully, for at that moment I was ready to tear him in pieces. I rushed at once to Iwan Ignatievich, whom I found with a needle in his hand. In obedience to the order of the commandant's wife, he was threading mushrooms to be dried for the winter. Ah! Petr Andreevich, said he, when he saw me, you are welcome. On what errand does heaven send you, if I may presume to ask? I told him in a few words that I had quarreled with Alexey Ivanitch, and that I begged him, Iwan Ignatievich, to be my second. Iwan Ignatievich heard me till I had done with great attention, opening wide his single eye. You deign to tell me, said he, that you wish to kill Alexey Ivanitch, and that I am to be witness? Is not that what you mean, if I may presume to ask you? Exactly. But, good heavens, Petr Andreevich, what folly have you got in your head? You and Alexey Ivanitch have insulted one another, well, a fine affair. You needn't wear an insult hung round your neck. He has said silly things to you, give him some impertinence, he in return will give you a blow, give him in return a box on the ear, he another, you another, and then you part. And presently we oblige you to make peace. Whereas now, is it a good thing to kill your neighbor, if I may presume to ask you? Even if it were you who should kill him. May heaven be with him, for I do not love him. But if it be he who is to run you through, you will have made a nice business of it. Who will pay for the broken pots, allow me to ask? The arguments of the prudent officer did not deter me. My resolution remained firm. As you like, said Iwan Ignatievich, do as you please, but what good should I do as witness? People fight. What is there extraordinary in that, allow me to ask? Thank heaven I have seen the Swedes and the Turks at close quarters, and I have seen a little of everything. I endeavored to explain to him as best I could the duty of a second, but I found Iwan Ignatiych quite unmanageable. Do as you like, said he. If I meddled in the matter, it would be to go and tell Ivan Kuzmich, according to the rules of the service, that a criminal deed is being plotted in the fort, in opposition to the interests of the crown, and remark to the commandant how advisable it would be that he should think of taking the necessary measures. I was frightened, and I begged Iwan Ignatiych not to say anything to the commandant. With great difficulty I managed to quiet him, and at last made him promise to hold his tongue, when I left him in peace. As usual I passed the evening at the commandant's. I tried to appear lively and unconcerned in order not to awaken any suspicions, and avoid any too curious questions. But I confess I had none of the coolness of which people boast to have found themselves in the same position. All that evening I felt inclined to be soft-hearted and sentimental. Marya Ivanovna pleased me more than usual. The thought that perhaps I was seeing her for the last time gave her, in my eyes, a touching grace. Shvabrin came in. I took him aside and told him about my interview with Iwan Ignatiych. Why any seconds? He said to me, dryly. We shall do very well without them. We decided to fight on the morrow behind the haystacks, at 6 o'clock in the morning. Seeing us talking in such a friendly manner, Iwan Ignatiych, full of joy, nearly betrayed us. You should have done that long ago, he said to me, with a face of satisfaction. Better a hollow peace than an open quarrel. What is that you say, Iwan Ignatiych? Said the commandant's wife, who was playing patience in a corner. I did not exactly catch what you said. Iwan Ignatiych, who saw my face darken, recollected his promise, became confused, and did not know what to say. Shvabrin came to the rescue. Iwan Ignatiych, said he, approves of the compact we have made. And with whom, my little father, did you quarrel? Why, with Petr Andreevich, to be sure, and we even got to high words. What for? About a mere trifle, over a little song. Fine thing to quarrel over, a little song. How did it happen? Thus. Peter Andreevich lately composed a song, and he began singing it to me this morning. So I struck up mine. Captain's daughter, don't go abroad at dead of night. As we did not sing in the same key, Peter Andreevich became angry. But afterwards he reflected that every one is free to sing what he pleases, and that's all. Schwabrin's insolence made me furious, but no one else, except myself, understood his coarse allusions. Nobody, at least, took up the subject. From poetry the conversation passed to poets in general, and the commandant made the remark that they were all rakes and confirmed drunkards. He advised me as a friend to give up poetry as a thing opposed to the service, and leading to no good. Schwabrin's presence was to me unbearable. I hastened to take leave of the commandant and his family. After coming home I looked at my sword, I tried its point, and I went to bed after ordering Savelich to wake me on the morrow at 6 o'clock. On the following day, at the appointed hour, I was already behind the haystacks, waiting for my foeman.